Hey out there, slot car land. How's everybody doing this fine weekend? Hoping everybody's been enjoying the race action. I still got one more race to put up. Hopefully we'll have that. I'll have that done and edited and up by tomorrow afternoon, late Sunday afternoon. So be on the lookout for that. It's the Promoter's Choice race, which was myriad of a family of lifelike and Amaret cars again with the Hardin Creek kind of like Mercedes bodies cars on it. So be on the lookout for that race. Should be up hopefully by tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to work on editing that one tomorrow and get it all up and all that good stuff. Today, I thought we would take a little... We haven't done a comparison video in a while. So I thought... Ooh, excuse me. I thought we would take the Viper Sportsman chassis and put it up against the car it's kind of built after, the Super G, and see the differences between the two of them, the downforce meter on the dyno, and on the racetrack between the V-Spec, or not the V-Spec, but the Sportsman Spec Viper and the Super G. Now this particular Viper, you can only get from Hardin Creek Slot Cars, from Terry Flynn. He is part of one of the designers along with Dan, I can't remember Dan's last name for some reason, from Viper. They both did this car, but you can get the V-Spec Viper from Hardin Creek Slot Cars. I'll make sure I'll include their email, their website, and all that stuff in the description and all that kind of stuff. But this is the lowest spec Viper that you can buy. It's a Viper Racing V1 Sportsman 6 ohm Pro 4 ready to race HO scale slot car from Hayden Creek Slot Cars. It's a Viper V1 chassis with a Viper tweaked bell end, Pro 4 motor and traction magnets, Pro Trek 7 to 25 gears, a single flanged rear hub where this one has been changed. Both these cars are not running stock hubs. This now has a Viper double flanged rear hub on it now. I changed that out so I could run different tires. HCS AMG slip-on rear tires, which of course these are aftermarket on it now, and they are broken in and track tested. Now you can get these from Hardin Creek for $41.95. You can also find them on eBay, or you can get them straight from his website as well. So there's there's different. This one takes the body clip. There's also different body clips you can buy. There's two versions of the Tomei Aurora body clip. There's a standard, which is a standard height, and then there's a lower one, which I also have. The body we're running, the lower one's too low. The tires rub the inside of the wheel well, so we got to use the standard. And he also makes a lifelike clip as well, so you can run lifelike bodies on your car. You can also buy the Sportsman chassis straight from him with the lifelike body clip on it, and that'll up it to about $47.95 if you want to pick one of these up. But that is the specs on this car. It's kind of one step down from the V-Spec car, which is a 6 ohm car as well. But the only really difference I could find between them is the V-Spec car runs all Viper parts. And it has a 7 to 23 gear rather than this car with the 7 to 25 gear. So this one's geared a little higher where the V-Spec car is geared a little lower. Now we're going to have to see what that plays out in our Ultimate Unlimited Magnet class this year, because I'm going to be running the Sportsman Viper. I think Steve is going to be running a V-Spec Viper, so we're going to have to, and he's going to be running a Lexan body, so we're going to have to see how that performs. I also know that we may have to borrow it from him. Stan has ordered a one of Wizard's new Fusion chassis, so we're going to have to check it out when it comes in, and we'll have to see how it compares. So keep an eye on that Unlimited Magnet Car class this year. First race for that will be on Stan's track, probably on the Bowman. In 4 weeks, we race this coming weekend here at my house, which is the first round for Frey and the TR3 chassis. So be on the lookout for that race first of next week and all that kind of stuff. So let me get the camera down here, and we'll take a look at some downforce readings, and we'll take a look at some readings on the dyno. Up here. So we'll start with the standard this is a standard Super G. Straight out of the package, this is a set car. Now, there is some differences between traction magnets with your Super G cars. Some of the older magnets, some of the older traction magnets on the older cars are a lot better than some of the newer traction magnets. So just be aware of that when you're buying your Super Gs. The difference is that you'll look at on the traction magnet, and I don't know if you can see it, but you can see on these that there's 2 dots on these one on the front, one on the back. The newer Super G magnet traction magnets don't have that dot. The older ones seem to be better than the newer ones, so I'm just gonna kind of throw that out there. So let's see what this car turns on the Downforce meter. Looks like we got a 12.7. Let's pick it up and we'll put it back down again and see what happens. We'll zero it out here and put it back on. And now looks like we got a 12.9 on the Downforce meter. So do it one more time just to see if we can. Yep, so there's our number. 12.9 on the Super G. And then the Sportsman Viper, 15. There's a 15.9. Let's try it. Let's try it again here. Come on. There we go. There we go. It's like a 16.6. Sometimes that guide pin hole, there we go, it's hard to find. So 16.9, there it goes, it's zeroed. Dang it. So 16.8, 16.9 looks like to be right around the number for the downforce on that car. So as you can see, quite a bit of difference in the downforce meter reading. Now your dyno reading, this is going to vary from car to car, depending on whether you're still got the original rear end on the car, or whether you've got a different rear end. Of course, this has got my patented BSRT wheel and tire combo on this car. So you're going to get a lot better reading with these tires than you will with the stock Super G tires, as you know that are hollow on the inside. As you can see, we're up over 3.7, 307, 310. So pretty stout there. So let's put the Viper on. And of course, we're dealing with a 6-ohm motor. I can't remember what a stock Super G arm is. See, we're about double what the stock as you guys can see, quite a bit of difference there on the dyno between the stock car, the stock Super G, and the Viper. So let's I'm gonna take the camera and we're gonna go put it out on the track, and we're gonna run some laps on the track between these two cars and see what kind of lap times we can get between the two of them on the track. So let me get set up and we'll go we'll try it out. All right, so we're only gonna have one camera today because I'm still pulling info off the other ones for the other race. So I'm not gonna have a camera looking at the screen. So we'll I'll call times out as we're doing it. So we're gonna start with the Super G. Yeah, we can. So 475. 452. And we're off to 453. 446. 444. 440 flat. A little loose there, a little loose. 452, so 440. That's a 434. Got on it too hard there. Four, 427. Let's do a tire clean here. .426. Ah. .423. Another 422. Another 422. Whoop. Body got crooked that time. Alright, well, that looks like a 422 with the Super G. So let's switch the body and the body clip over to the Viper here. And we'll see what we can do with the Viper. Oh! Gotta remember, this car's way faster down this long front straightaway. Gonna take a minute for me to get readjusted here. Plus this car's got a lot of roll. .37 right off the bat, right there. 379. .38. 384. So we're consistently in the threes with this car. Oh, spun it out. And there's a big difference between this car and the Super G. I have to, woo, got stuck there for a second. I have to let off a little sooner, particularly on the big straightaways. Getting into the corner. So it looks like a 350 to a 422 to the Super G. So that's pretty good significance. So let's get the camera down, and we'll go back into the room here and we'll wrap this up. So there's a little comparison between the Sportsman Spec Viper and a stock Super G. As you can see, not quite a full second faster, but quite a bit faster. A 422 to a 350. So this car would greatly benefit from brakes on my racetrack, but I don't have any. My track's not set up with brakes, so I'm gonna have to play around with this car a little bit on my track before we get to the race here for magnet cars. I'm not going to do anything to it now because the first race for this class is at stands, so I'm going to leave it the way it is for there because it seemed to be pretty good on his track. I wasn't having too much problem there, so we're going to have to take a look at some setup things when it comes to my racetrack in about a month and a half, so we'll look into that. But that's the difference between a Sportsman Spec Viper and a stock Super G with just some minor changes. This is running lower tires and wheels in the back. This also has an aftermarket set of hubs and wheels on it. So, but outside of that, you know, you can tell the difference between them. So hope you guys enjoyed this little episode. Hope you guys enjoyed a little comparison here. And don't forget, keep that pin in the slot, them wheels on the downside. Be on the lookout for that last race from the first points race of the season. It'll be up probably tomorrow. And just keep on having fun. Keep on racing slot cars. And I will catch you guys next week with some real serious race action here at my house with the Frey cars and the TR3 chassis cars. So be on the lookout for that. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.